Did you know that 82% of families experience serious conflict after a loved one passes because important conversations never happened? The most painful inheritance isn't an empty bank account, it's unanswered questions. In the next few minutes, I'll share the essential information you need to communicate with your loved ones now, before it's too late. What you'll learn today isn't just about organizing documents. It's about giving your family the precious gift of clarity during their most difficult moments. Financial and practical matters. The location map, where everything important lives. The first gift of clarity you can give your loved ones is a simple location map of all your important information. Think about it. In the emotional days after you're gone, your family will need to locate dozens of documents, accounts, and items, often under pressure and deadline. Consider what happened to David's family after his sudden passing at 67. His wife of 40 years knew they had a life insurance policy that would help cover expenses, but she had no idea which company held it, where the policy documents were, or even the policy number. What should have been a straightforward claim became a 3-month ordeal of searching through files, calling companies, and unnecessary stress during an already devastating time. Creating your location map doesn't require complex software or legal expertise, just a simple document that answers these essential questions. Where are your important physical documents stored? This includes your will, trust documents, property deeds, vehicle titles, insurance policies, and birth certificate. Be specific about which filing cabinet, which drawer, which folder, or which safety deposit box at which bank. Where is your list of accounts and passwords? In today's digital world, this is crucial. Include banking, investment, email, social media, subscription services, and any online accounts your family might need to access or close. Where are your valuable items? This includes jewelry, collectibles, heirlooms, and anything else of significant monetary or sentimental value that might not be immediately obvious. The key is to create this document and then tell at least 2 trusted people where to find it. Keep one copy with your important papers and consider giving another to your executor or closest family member. Remember Lisa, a 72-year-old widow who created a simple 3-page location guide after her husband's passing, left her searching for accounts for nearly a year? When her children needed to step in during her hospital stay, they found everything within minutes, from her medication list to her attorney's contact information. It gave me such peace knowing they weren't struggling to piece things together, she later shared. The money conversation, beyond the will. The second essential clarity you must provide concerns your financial situation. Your will outlines who gets what, but your loved ones need context that no legal document provides. An honest financial overview prevents painful surprises and allows your family to make informed decisions quickly. This isn't about revealing every detail of your finances while you're alive. It's about ensuring they have clarity when they need to take over. At minimum, your loved ones need to know the approximate value of your estate and whether it will be enough to cover final expenses. Too many families discover too late that there aren't sufficient funds for the funeral their loved one would have wanted. Any debts they should be aware of, including mortgage balances, loans, or credit card debt. Make clear which debts must be paid from your estate and which might expire with you. the location and contact information for your financial advisor, accountant, and attorney. These professionals hold crucial knowledge about your finances that your family will need. Consider recording a brief video or writing a letter explaining any financial decisions that might be misunderstood or cause confusion. This personal touch can prevent hurt feelings and confusion later. When Robert passed away at 81, he left his classic car collection to his grandson rather than dividing it equally among his children. What could have caused lasting resentment was instead understood and accepted because Robert had explained his reasoning. His grandson had spent countless hours helping maintain those cars and shared his passion for them. That simple explanation preserved family harmony during a difficult time. If you're finding this information valuable, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more content that helps families navigate these important conversations. Now, let's move on to the second part of what your loved ones need to know: medical wishes and personal values. Your medical directives, beyond the legal documents. The third crucial area of clarity involves your medical wishes. While advance directives and healthcare proxies are essential legal documents, they often fail to provide the nuanced guidance your family needs when facing difficult decisions. Janet, a hospital social worker with 30 years of experience, shares that the most agonizing situations she witnesses involve families trying to interpret vague instructions like "no extraordinary measures." Without specific guidance, loved ones often suffer guilt and uncertainty, wondering if they made the choice you would have wanted. Beyond creating legal documents, have explicit conversations about your definition of quality of life. What conditions would make life not worth prolonging to you? Inability to communicate? Not recognizing loved ones? Constant pain? Being specific helps your family confidently honor your wishes, your spiritual or religious beliefs as they relate to end-of-life care. Are there religious rituals or practices important to you? Are there specific treatments your beliefs would prohibit? Your preference for place of death, if possible. Many people assume their loved ones want to die in a hospital when they might prefer to be at home. Frank, an 84-year-old retired physician, went beyond standard documents by writing a letter to his healthcare proxy explaining exactly what he meant by reasonable chance of recovery and acceptable quality of life. When he suffered a severe stroke, his daughter was able to make decisions with confidence rather than doubt, knowing specifically what her father would have wanted in that situation. Record these conversations, whether through video, audio, or writing, so your exact words and intentions are preserved. Technology makes this easier than ever, and hearing your own voice explaining your wishes provides a level of certainty no legal document can match. If you're still watching and finding value in these important conversations, please comment "clarity" below to let me know you're here. Your engagement helps this video reach more people who need this crucial information. Your personal legacy, the stories that matter. The fourth essential conversation goes beyond practical matters to the heart of what your loved ones will treasure most after you're gone: your stories, values, and wisdom. Research shows that the greatest regret people express about losing loved ones isn't about money or possessions. It's about the questions they never asked and the stories they never heard. The richest inheritance you can leave is the narrative of your life and the values that shaped you. Consider which of these irreplaceable treasures you've shared with your loved ones, the most important lessons you've learned through your life experiences. What wisdom would you want to pass down? What mistakes taught you the most? Your proudest accomplishments, beyond the obvious ones they might already know about. Often, what we value most about our own lives differs from what others observe. The hardest challenges you faced and how you overcame them. Your resilient story may someday help them through their own difficulties. Margaret, at 79, created a simple wisdom journal for her grandchildren, writing down life advice, family stories, and the values that guided her decisions. After her passing, her family was surprised to discover how many of their own core beliefs had been shaped by her influence, often through stories and examples they'd never fully appreciated while she was alive. You don't need writing skills or technical knowledge to leave this legacy. A simple voice recording answering these questions can become your family's most treasured possession. Begin with, "Let me tell you about," and share the stories only you can tell. Inheritance. The fifth vital conversation involves the emotional messages your loved ones will need after you're gone. These are the words that will comfort them during grief, resolve lingering questions, and provide closure. Psychologists who specialize in grief report that the most healing gift for those in mourning is clear knowledge of how the departed person felt about them. Unspoken feelings often become the heaviest burden for those left behind. Take time to express your specific love for each important person in your life. Instead of general statements like, "I love you all," share what you specifically appreciate about each individual. Forgiveness for past conflicts or misunderstandings. Unresolved relationship tensions can become frozen in time after death, causing lasting pain. Your hopes for their future happiness, giving them permission to find joy even as they mourn your passing. James, a 76-year-old father who had always struggled to express emotions, recorded separate short videos for each of his children and grandchildren. In each one, he specifically named what he admired about them and the unique bond they shared. His son later shared that watching that video during the darkest days of grief was like having Dad back for just those few minutes, saying exactly what I needed to hear. The technology to create this gift is likely already in your pocket. Your smartphone can record these messages in just a few minutes, yet they will be replayed and treasured for decades to come. The celebration of your life. The sixth conversation involves your preferences for your memorial and what happens to your physical remains. While it might seem unnecessary, clear guidance on these matters prevents additional stress for your loved ones when they're least equipped to handle it. When families lack clear instructions, they often overspend on funerals out of guilt or uncertainty, or argue about what the departed would have wanted. Your clarity becomes their comfort during an emotional time. Be specific about your preferences for burial, cremation, or other options, and whether you've made any pre-arrangements. The type of service you'd prefer, religious or secular, formal or casual, private or public. How you'd like to be remembered, through music, readings, speakers, or other elements that reflect your life and values. Eleanor, known for her practical nature and sense of humor, left detailed memorial instructions that reflected her personality perfectly. She specified her favorite uplifting songs, requested that attendees wear colorful clothing instead of black, and even suggested serving her famous lemon bars at the reception. Her memorial became a true celebration that brought comfort rather than additional distress to her family. Remember that expressing these preferences isn't morbid or controlling. It's a final act of love that relieves your family of difficult decisions during their time of grief. If this information has been valuable to you, please give this video a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who might benefit. These conversations are too important to put off. The greatest gift you can leave your loved ones isn't found in your bank account or your will. It's the clarity that comes from these essential conversations. Each discussion we've covered, from practical matters to emotional legacy, removes a burden from their shoulders during what will already be a difficult time. Starting these conversations isn't easy, but remember that you're not planning for your death. You're planning for their peace of mind. Each bit of clarity you provide is an act of love that will be appreciated in ways you may never fully imagine. The good news is that you don't need to have all these conversations at once. Start with the area that feels most comfortable to you, perhaps the practical location map or your personal stories. Each step creates momentum for the next conversation. Which of these essential conversations will you begin this week? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss our videos on creating meaningful legacy and family harmony. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.